Hi, this is Spencer, and you're listening to The Other Show.
Spencer, I still have burp ups from that Wiener Palooza that we had a couple weeks ago.
I hate doing burp ups. The ones where you have to like do the push up and then jump up, right? And then you do the push up again.
No, those are burpees.
Oh,
Sadly, they rhyme with Slurpees, and they have nothing to do with Slurpees as well.
yeah.
No, I'm talking about the burp ups from the hot dogs.
Wait, what are you talking about?
Wiener Palooza.
Why are we talking about hot dogs every show?
Because that's what I love, okay? In fact, Josh, I almost stopped on our way home from Wiener Palooza and got a Maverick Bahama Mama. And I legit have been craving a $1.50 combo from Sam's Club every day this last week.
Wait, so you went to Wiener Palooza and were craving hot dogs more?
Yes. Jonathan Vascar wants to go out to lunch, and he really wants to go to Joy Luck, which is a great Chinese place in Bountiful.
I got food poisoning from there thrice.
3? No way. You did not.
Mm-hmm.
What years?
1997, 2007, and 2009.
Okay, I was like, if it's 2017, they're waiting every decade to poison you.
It's a pattern.
Actually, they're just waiting for Josh. It's nobody else. It's just Josh. You walk in and like, ooh, this white guy, we poison him.
And it's just Josh. I've been there a few
Josh.
times, and I'm quite a fan. And it's just Josh. Josh, I'm never gonna like shave my head to get, because we're near about the same height. I don't want to be mistaken for you because they have a vendetta.
But here's the thing. Get this. You guys can go get a $1.50 combo every day, and it's only going to cost you $43 for the entire month. That is like a third of some people's grocery budgets. Okay, that's like one meal out these days.
Yeah.
In fact,
But also, who's gonna get? I was gonna say who's gonna get a $1.50 combo every day because like I would get the chicken bake or the slice.
No, the chicken bake is nasty.
Oh, okay, hot dogs every day.
Chicken bake is nasty. Ever since they switched it from made in house to frozen and cooked at the store, it is not.
When was this? When did they change it?
Probably pre-COVID.
Oh, this was back in like 2019.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Oh no,
okay.
before COVID.
Yeah, it's been a
Okay.
while. But here, okay, so 2 facts. 1, if you add up the calorie count for the big 3 items at Costco, the chicken bake, the $1.50 combo, and the pizza, and you don't do the drink, if you do just water for your drink, you're at about 2,300 calories, which is just below the daily.
If you eat all 3 of those things
in a day.
in one day.
Yes,
Okay.
which is just below the daily recommended calories for a man, the average U.S. male, which is 2,500 calories. So technically,
But it's one meal. Okay.
No, you could go for breakfast, you could go for lunch, or you could go for dinner. Or you could pull a Tim Hemingway and you could put the hot dog in the chicken bake and roll the chicken bake in the pizza.
No.
That's like the bastard child of the turducken or whatever it's called.
Yeah, we need a name for this, right?
We call it the Middle American.
Oh, is that what we call it? Middle American?
Yeah.
I think Josh calls that food poisoning. Food poisoning 2024.
I'm pretty sure that Joy Luck served me that in 2007.
And just put like delicious tangerine sauce on it.
Yeah.
Oh, did you know you can buy all the... it used to be just the 1 or 2 sauces from Panda Express, but now you can buy like all the sauces from Panda Express.
When am I craving Panda Express sauce?
Oh, all the freaking time.
What? No, Panda Express is like, I don't want to go like pay normal Chinese food takeout prices. I'm gonna go get a plate with it. It's a two meal combo.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The orange chicken is a must, obviously.
Cream cheese ragoons.
Oh, is that what you get?
Oh, yeah. Cream cheese ragoons.
Yeah.
No crab.
Like you are like this foodie, I would say, but then your taste is always bad.
No. Okay,
Why?
So here's the thing.
Because Panda Express does not give you food poisoning.
That's probably true.
Josh will understand this. There are foodies and they're really pretentious and they'll take like 90 pictures of their food to show you how expensive their meals are.
Yeah.
And then there's realistic foodies like me. Like, what is the average person actually going to go and eat? Right? This is why I keep spreadsheets of actual places to eat, like that aren't going to break the bank and people will actually enjoy. Like your cracker episode today, Kent.
Yeah.
I have been craving Ritz and Cheese Whiz all day.
I have a box of Ritz downstairs. I'll bring them to you. I'm going to hand deliver these Ritz.
I blame that on you.
Ritz are so good, right?
They're so good.
But Cheese Whiz?
So
but
good.
Cheese Whiz?
Oh, yeah. Oh, and you put a little pepperoni on the top of that. Boom.
No. How about like a slice of pepper jack and then a slice of pepperoni?
No. Well, yeah, that's great too.
No, Cheese Whiz makes the world go round.
I think that also
Mhm.
makes no. I think it's
You-
no. I'm not a fan of fake cheese.
Do you want to hear my Cheese Whiz like stoner fat boy hack?
Go for it.
Put it on a $1.50 combo.
Oh, haven't done that yet, but now I will. No. Cheese
What?
Whiz?
You haven't done that yet?
No.
I've
You
done
just opened my
something
mind.
before you have.
You have. But have you put Cheese Whiz on the hot and ready pizza?
Yes, because you taught me that a few years ago.
Oh, I did.
It's actually really good.
It's really good.
Spencer,
Yeah.
I know you've been to my single wide trailer. I'm not quite double wide ready for that Little Caesars Cheese Whiz pizza. Disgusting. That's so gross. If I'm going to Little Caesars, I'm going to put that thing back in the oven because they don't cook them all the way. I'm going to cut it because they don't cut it all the way. And I'm going to put hot honey on the top because that's the way to go with the pepperoni pizza these days.
Hot honey is great.
Yep, it's the new buffalo barbecue sauce.
I also love taking the Cheese Whiz and I love squirting it on the crazy bread.
Squirting is the right word. Squirting is the right word.
Yeah, it is.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, you're not spreading it.
Sometimes I love even dipping that crazy bread in Alfredo sauce with like half a cup of Parmesan cheese.
So it's gritty.
Oh my, yes. So it's so gritty and it is just the best.
No,
thing
Josh
in
is
the
trolling
world.
us right now.
Yeah, I think so.
Because there's enough Parmesan cheese in your Alfredo sauce that you don't poop for a week.
You know what? I do what I need to do.
Listen, if you have problems with your bowels being backed up, just eat some easy cheese and you'll be totally fine. You guys
You know what?
are food weirdos. Like,
I was going to share the story about Joe Kinsley, who ate a $1.50 combo every day for a month, and he lost 10 pounds.
oh my gosh.
No, he lost 10 pounds, and it was $43 for the entire month. Like I was going to say, I found my new diet, but we've gone down in a completely different path where I need to teach Kent the ways of the fat foodie, the average middle American foodie. Okay?
Well,
Kent,
listen,
He's pounding his fist.
listen to me.
I'm trying to lose weight. I'm going on a trip in a couple months.
You can lose weight while you eat like trash. It's about calories in, calories out.
Hey,
Okay? This is why I do one meal a day.
I've lost 100 pounds
Yeah.
in the past
Actually-
9 months. And
Josh, the picture you posted to Facebook. Ugh. Ugh.
He's good looking.
I'm like, what's going on here? Like, hey, I haven't seen you for a little bit, but ugh.
it actually sounds like you're hawking a loogie, but you know,
Ugh. No,
the
it's
sediment's still there.
The sediment?
yeah, that's what it's meant to be. Yes. But one more time. Ugh. Ugh. Yeah.
No, I
No.
need to teach you.
Well done.
Now you just sound like Chewbacca drowning.
Oh, can you imagine? Can you imagine how smelly that would be? Like if a wet dog smells bad, how smelly would a wet Chewbacca be?
I mean, that's a deep question, Spencer. Thanks for this fictional take. You're making us detract from food. We're talking about food, and I want to know, first of all, Josh, how the heck did you lose that much weight? And second of all, Spencer, how am I going to lose weight eating like trash?
I
Eating
just
your trash fast food.
told you, calories in, calories out.
Yep, that's my trick.
As long as you are burning more calories than you're taking in. Now, going back to the Panda Express sauces, who's buying these? You're not buying these to make delectable, divine Chinese food at home. No.
Sure.
Ken, I know your smoker's broken, so we need first off, fix
Yeah.
that. Pro tip,
Come on over.
all my smoking friends out there, you buy the Panda Express sauces for your ribs.
Oh.
That is the perfect rib glaze.
Huh.
Orange chicken sauce is good on ribs.
Orange chicken sauce, sweet and sour sauce. Huh?
I actually do have some Panda Express orange chicken sauce in the fridge that's been there for the past year.
It's probably still good.
Because it's a high sugar content, it caramelizes and glazes really well on pork.
Oh my gosh. If anyone wasn't hungry before this, like, it's time to get hungry. That sounds so good. Other than like the wet Chewbacca. And maybe the middle American, I could eat right now. And it's middle of the night. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine.
Well, and that's the thing,
That's
is the
fine.
middle Americans going to Taco Bell at 11:59 before they close.
Well, they close at 1, and I would know.
You wouldn't know.
It's fine. So Josh, what did you do? Did you just like work out and then eat low calories? Did you intermittent fasting?
Well, yes, mostly intermittent fasting, and just calories in, calories out. But the biggest thing, food allergies have a great impact on your health.
Yeah.
Being, well, I'm not horribly lactose intolerant, but I'm enough where I should avoid it for the most part. So I've really kind of cut out on that, except on the weekends where I'll have ice cream. And then egg allergy. So I stay away from pretty much anything that has egg in it, which is a lot of
That's interesting.
stuff.
You have an egg allergy. That's like custards, McGriddles.
Yeah.
I love fast food breakfast.
Mhm.
So like the McGriddle used to be one of my favorite things. The croissant at Burger King was the only thing I'd ever eat on that menu for years. You know, continental breakfast at hotels, I can't do a lot of those things. So it kind of sucks the fun out of eating for the most part. So I just have to be really careful.
Sure.
But yeah, my sister, my brother have the same allergy, and it's going to progressively get worse. But you know what? Let's not do a downer on this episode.
Well, are you going to the gym, Josh?
Let's dwell on that later.
Yeah. So going to the gym as well. I did actually cancel my gym membership just this past week because I set up downstairs. We got a treadmill and set up my weights and everything there. So
who are you with?
I was with Vasa, which is just around the corner.
Is it tough to cancel with them, or were they okay?
Shockingly
Yeah,
easy.
I got it through actually my wife's work. So it was her canceling it on her end and then me just confirming with them. And that was it. So pretty easy.
Well, no, because I went from Vasa to EOS to Vasa again. Because
I'm on EOS. And how was EOS with canceling?
they were really easy. I just called them or sent an email that said I want to cancel, and they canceled.
Yeah.
Same with Vasa.
Okay.
I sent them an email, and then reactivating my Vasa was extremely easy too.
You know, it's so funny that it's like a lot of people hold on to this $10 to $20 payment per month because they don't want to cancel. They don't want to deal with that confrontation. But clearly, it's easy enough.
Oh, it's extremely easy.
I canceled with Planet Fitness, 5-6 years ago, and they were actually fine. They were like, "Are you sure? Do you still want to just come by and like bring a pizza on Mondays? You know, we have pizza Mondays. Just bring us a hot and ready." You know,
I canceled in person when I canceled with Planet Fitness, and I just sat there eating the purple Tootsie Rolls as I canceled, and then I took a handful.
Yep.
The Fruities.
Fruities.
The Tutti Fruities.
Those are so good.
Except for the vanilla ones.
It was actually pretty easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, guys, this just came in my head, but you brought up breakfast food, and I love breakfast food. I love French toast. I love waffles, all that good stuff. If anyone out there, anyone listening needs a punishment, right? If there's something going on, for example, a close friend of mine, Lieb, he was on the Tick podcast. He lost his fantasy football league. And I feel like, I know you guys do fantasy football.
Yeah.
And I feel like you should do this next year. The person who loses the tournament or whatever, however it goes, has to go to Denny's or IHOP or a breakfast place. And this is what they did for 24 hours, for one full day.
What?
But hear me out. So you go, you talk to the server and you say, "I'm really sorry. I'm going to be here for a long time. And I'm going to need like an all-you-can-eat pancake thing, or I'll just keep ordering pancakes. Make them a little bit smaller than normal if that's okay. But for every pancake you eat, it takes off 1 hour of that 24 hours. Okay? And I want you to think, because I sat there for about 4 hours watching him try to down some pancakes. How many pancakes could you eat in a multiple hour sitting?
Well, how big are these pancakes?
Spencer, I know you could eat a lot.
Ouch.
They're near plate size. They were pretty big.
Ooh.
No, Spencer, come on. You are this trash foodie that I feel like you would be ready to go. You're the one. I could literally see you eating. You get there 8 in the morning. I could see you eating 5 immediately. And then you're like, you know what? I can chill for 3 hours. And I could see you eating another 5. I could see you probably eating 15 altogether. Maybe. I'm going to give you 18. I think your drive is pretty high. Josh, I could see you eating 8.
Yeah.
And sitting there for 16 hours and eating 8 pancakes.
I wouldn't be sitting there for 16 hours because after eating 2 of them, I'd be running to the bathroom because
eggs.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Josh has it easy because he could do crepes.
Don't crepes have egg in it?
Yeah, I believe so.
You know what? You say this, Kent, but you know who's the bottom of our league this year?
Who?
Why would you put that on Rick Smith? Why?
Oh, Rick, I'm so sorry. Listen, I feel like Rick should do it. I mean, it feels a little too late. It's a little too retroactive to punish him now.
Yeah.
But I feel like when the next season starts, I feel like this should be a thing. And granted, if someone wants to go support them, that's also in the league, and go eat 2 pancakes and cut off 2 hours,
Technically, the person that loses our
that would be a kind thing to
technically
do.
The person that loses our wings is supposed to provide drinks for the next draft party.
Yeah, no, it's not punishing enough. That's monetary. That's easy. It's got to be the shame of being in an IHOP for at least 8 hours.
Yeah.
You say this is a punishment, but I know people in their 60s and even some in their 50s that claim they're Gen X, like young hipster people.
Okay, go on.
But they spend 16 plus hours at the Cracker Barrel. How is that any different?
I love the Cracker Barrel. Don't you ever profane the name of Cracker Barrel.
Why do people like a retail store that also sells fried chicken? I am not a Cracker Barrel fan.
It is reasonably priced. I'll give you that.
Okay.
But I don't want Dolly Parton staring at me as I'm trying to eat my chicken breasts.
And Dolly doesn't want you staring at her either.
You guys are so immature. Okay.
Guys, we are about 18, 19 minutes into this.
Oh, you say we run on tangents? Okay, sure.
I know. I just want to make sure that we don't forget that we have a new patron. Without any further ado, before we derail this completely,
That's what we do.
I want to welcome our newest patron at the $5 a month, so a friend of the show tier.
Nice.
None other than, well, she goes by Moriruska?
Yeah, Moriuska.
Or is it Takara?
Oh, you can't say Takara. You can't say Takara anymore.
No.
Listen,
that's dead.
that was
dead and buried.
That's dead. That's a dead.
Next to Kenny D.
Oh, it's a dead name.
The corpse is rotting, and it will come back and haunt you.
We need a proper funeral for Takara then.
Yeah, we really do.
We do.
And hopefully she'd appreciate it because you just brought up that name, and that's.
Can we have it at Takashi Sushi? It just seems fitting.
Yeah, but we will.
As long as it's not at Joy Luck, we're good. Because I think I'm pretty
You're due.
close to getting another food poisoning.
Yeah.
You're due.
Anyways,
You're
Jess.
It's Jess. So welcome.
Jess, welcome.
Yes. So round of applause.
Yeah. Because you're now a friend of the show, you can hear us complaining about being back at work.
Yes.
Trying out new hybrid schedules and me being very entitled.
Yes.
For 4 years straight.
Kent, what do you mean for 4 years straight? Like you say like there's an end date and there was a beginning date before the 4 years.
Listen,
he does bring up a good point.
Spencer, you're getting your E words wrong. I'm an elitist, not entitled. Okay, sometimes enabled. Okay.
That you know what? That's true. You are an elitist because you were asking me about my water bottle earlier. Because you need a new water bottle for work, and you said you need one bigger.
Yeah. Because I was like, I need like a Stanley for men, and I'm like, is there a Manly? Right? Like, is there something that will keep my ice cool?
A Manly.
Yeah, right.
Actually,
that's got to exist, right?
It's actually pretty good.
Actually, Kent, you could just drag around a Yeti cooler.
Yeah, a full cooler.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're like, Josh, I don't know if you know much about giant mugs, but like, here's what I do. I drink a lot of water in the morning to try to be healthy, like fake it. Mm-hmm. And then at lunch, I get my first 44-ounce drink of the day from a Maverick, right?
Yeah.
So I need a new water bottle because I'm going back to work. Spencer has a big one that he drinks as we're doing the show. And I'm like, well, does it keep ice pretty cool? And Spencer, what did you say?
It's plastic. I don't like cold water. Like, I like my water tepid.
Oh, I'm the same way.
Room temperature. We have a filter.
What?
We have a filter. Yeah, we have a filter at work. We have an ice machine with like the pebble ice at work. I go to the sink.
Ew, gross.
I don't like cold water.
What? But
room temperature water is actually easier for your body to digest and to process than cold water. Cold water is great for your metabolism, especially in the morning.
Yeah.
But room temperature water is how you make sure that you get your water intake for the day.
Okay, hold on. How hard is water to digest? if it's slightly cooler than normal, it's like your body's like, whoa, what's
Well,
this?
if it's cold, then it changes the chemistry of your body. Who made me the expert on water?
No. You've got a point,
Definitely no one, because you guys don't use ice.
Josh. It's because your body has to kick into high gear to warm up the water to regulate your body temperature, and that's why it impacts your metabolism more than tepid water. Maybe I should drink cold water. And here's the thing: I like not having ice. I don't know why.
Okay,
but I fill
this
up
is now going to
twice
be
a
a
day.
poll, Josh. If you don't mind putting this on social media, listeners, ice or no ice?
It's a Kenny poll.
Right?
Ice.
Do you like it on the rocks, or do you
no.
like it tepid and lukewarm? Blech.
Do you like it on the rocks, or do you like a little plot twist and have it tepid?
I gotcha.
And I know the women in the audience, they like the crunchy ice, right? Because it's kind of like a lady thing, right?
It's not just a lady thing. I like it too when I need a treat.
Oh, a treat.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little bit of frustration. Little frustration. Is that what you're saying?
Are you a cat, Josh? You like little
mean,
treats?
Yeah.
Josh, if you do ice, it's the crunchy ice on the left side of the fountain drinks at Maverick.
Yeah, the pebble. Yeah.
No, go full ice or nothing.
No.
Get ice that's gonna last.
I've got soft enamel. I got to be careful about these things. And I love the crunch, but I need.
That's the cutest thing you've ever said. I've got soft enamel.
It's true.
It's a real issue. Many men face this.
I've broken my tooth on a peep, so
yeah.
Yes, I need to be careful. But anyway,
well, stop leaving your peeps out to dry. That sounds weird. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Well, anyway, before we go any further, I do want to.
Can we just back this up a little bit? He leaves his peeps out to dry. Josh is not flaky. He is one of the best friends a man can have. He would never leave his peeps out to dry. He would go to that Bush concert. He would be friends with everybody because that is who Josh is. And not because of his enamel, it's because the size of his heart, which might have some plaque buildup.
Hey, listen, he's got soft enamel and a soft heart. Okay,
that's true.
Oh my gosh. If I wasn't already married, that would have been the greatest dating profile there.
Yeah, you guys are cute together. I love it. Wait, so Josh, did we just go off on another really long tangent after we talked about Jess?
Yes, we did. And I just want to bookend this really quick before we have to go on another tangent. But I just want to say you can join Jess, you can join all of us on Patreon by joining us at patreon.com/The Other Show. So we have tiers for everything, $5, $15, $25, and that comes with...
By the way, I know we've done a couple plugs already, but if you are a $15 patron, we just did a bonus episode, which we do every month, and Spencer came up with a game.
Oh my gosh.
A very popular game that Josh and I are not super familiar with, and it's D&D. But this D&D, I don't want to give the twist away.
Kent, I didn't come up with D&D. It's been around since the 80s.
No, you made it up. It's fine. Just take credit for it.
Yeah.
I know people that would.
If you say it with enough authority, then it's true.
And I'll just say this without spoiling the show. Josh and I go on an adventure. Spencer was there too, but kind of as a bystander or dungeon master. And
Page master, G-rated.
And we fought a few people, and it was lovely. So if you're a $15 member, even if you haven't checked out the bonus shows, check out that one. It's a super fun game, and it may be the first of many.
Yep. Watch out for my left hook.
Seriously.
Yeah. But anyway, so yeah, join us, patreon.com/The Other Show.
Speaking of Spencer and his contributions, I know we like to interrupt him, and sometimes we may act like he's not here, right? Sometimes we just avoid him altogether. So I said sometimes. You're saying often?
Yeah, you guys talk over me.
Rarely.
No, you talk over me all the time.
Spencer, we're sorry and we love you, and we're gonna miss you because you're going to be gone for a hot minute.
Yep, for the next month.
For a month.
Do you want to get into that?
Yeah. First off, I appreciate you guys letting me take a month off and not replacing me. That's wonderful.
We're expecting you to be back after one show.
If you move a little bit closer to us too, when you're ready, we're gonna need you here.
I can't get any
in
closer
person.
to you. You're in Centerville. You're not that far from me.
That's my trauma.
We all have our own trauma.
But no, next Monday, so as of the airing of this episode, which will be Wednesday, we'll be getting really, really close to having Howard join our family if he hasn't come already. When the episode next week is being recorded, I will be in the hospital waiting for Stephanie to have another baby.
Wow,
with me.
This is awesome.
Yay.
Maybe.
So,
again,
and
with less sleep.
have they said that like it's going to have to be the induction day, or they said it could be any day, right? Have they given you word on that?
They've said it could be any day, but it's most likely going to be the induction day.
Okay.
Just because of our history, he's coming a little bit early, but not super early.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
He's also like 92nd percentile in height and weight.
What?
Measuring.
Okay.
It's a big boy.
Yeah, he's going to be a big boy. Super cute big boy.
I'm going to call him Hungry Howie.
Yeah. Yeah. Is you say Howard? Is it going to be shortened at all? Is it going to be Howie, or is it going to be Howard? Are you going to stick with that?
No, it'll be Howie. In fact, this is kind of cool how it worked out. We're getting a little sentimental here, right?
Let's do it.
So we found out the gender on our way down to my grandma Meyer's funeral, and Stephanie had agreed that she was convinced we were having a girl, and I was convinced we're having a boy. I'm 9 for 9 on guessing genders of my kids and my siblings' kids and my in-laws' kids.
Wow.
Like I'm good. So if you want something more accurate than the test the doctor will give you, come talk to me. I'll let you know the gender of your child, okay?
I just don't want to know how you get your data.
Yeah, I'm a little worried about the testing.
Look, let me tell you.
Hold on. Let me put my finger, lick my finger, touch the belly. Okay. Mm-hmm. The wind is blowing from the west. Yeah, it's a boy. Okay, sorry, go on. You were being sentimental.
I was being Myers sentimental, which is 1 foot in, 1 foot out. But she said I could pick the name because she didn't think it would be a boy. So his name is going to be Howard D. My grandpa Myers' name was Howard Dwayne. My father-in-law's name is D. So we get to kind of get, my grandpa's full name plus initial, and then also my father-in-law at the same time. And we got to name him basically on the way down to the funeral, which was awesome.
Wow.
Well, the funeral wasn't awesome, but yeah.
Yeah, sure.
You get it, right? Right.
Yeah, we get it. Okay, that's super cute.
We are excited for you, that's for sure.
Now, I'm a little upset. I mean, you're not going to be here, so I'm a little perturbed, look, slightly annoyed.
I'll be around. Like, I can call in. I'll have, some really, really late nights to call Josh's voicemail.
Okay, you should do that at the very least, although you have also given us friends of yours that we could have on the show.
Yeah.
That already kind of have been trying to be your replacement for a bit. So we'll see how that goes.
We'll see how Casey goes.
Casey's a sneaky one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He is a sneaky one. But you know what you can talk to him about? Like, the Super Bowl is going to be in Vegas this year. He actually goes to the strip and checks these things out. Like, he went to F1 for us. Well, not for us. He went for himself. Let's be honest.
Right.
Like, nobody does anything for us. Right?
Yeah.
It's not like we're paying in, Loungefly backpacks or anything.
We all take a breath. It's like, okay.
Sorry, I'm on one tonight.
Anyways, moving on.
But yeah, Spencer, we're gonna miss you. Whenever you're ready to come back. But I think most importantly, whenever your wife is ready for you to come back.
Mm-hmm.
Because now having two, right? It's not just having the one kid. It's not just cool, we can trade off or whatever. Now it's one for one parent, right? You are in it.
And when I come back, you might hear some babies crying in the background of some episodes, which some
we'll allow it.
Listeners might like, and some listeners might be annoyed.
Guys, we do have some phone calls. What do you say we get to those?
Let's do it.
Hey guys, it's Rick. I just wanted to call in before you guys recorded tonight because I was ready to do that. Anyway, I would have a question or whatever for Josh and Spencer. They don't ever, their advice is just, it never helps me out. So anyway, this is for Kenny. So I went and saw the Christopher Reeve Superman documentary at Sundance the other night with Taylor, who apparently you saw. And I was just wondering what your thoughts are on that. And also, Weird Palooza was amazing. Yes, I'm a week and a half late on that, but you need to come next time, and because you missed out on all the wieners. Anyway, you guys are awesome. Love the show, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.
That reminds me of some Sundance news I wanted to share after you're done with your review.
Okay. Because I was going to jump right in. In fact, it was funny. Spencer, you and I had talked about Super/Man, the Christopher Reeve story, the documentary, because I was thinking at the very end of the festival, I thought I was like, I don't get to see it early. I'll just wait till it's at Salt Lake or whatever. And I'm sitting there for the movie, and then all of a sudden Taylor, or someone yells my name. I look down and it's Taylor, your brother. Yeah. And I was like, what the? I know somebody here. And I was like, and by the way, we're at Gateway, which is super weird anyways, because it's Sundance, and Sundance is meant to be an uncomfortable experience when you're sitting.
Well, that is uncomfortable.
You have loungers at Gateway. Like, you can lay down, put your feet up. And I'm like, what? This is the best thing ever. I hadn't done that before. But I was kind of bummed I didn't just go sit down by them. They were kind of near the front rows. But I was like, I should just go sit by them. That said, it was kind of cute to see him. I didn't get to see him after the screening, though, which is a bummer. Mm-hmm. So, Rick, my apologies. But this is a documentary about Christopher Reeve, and the way it plays it, I mean, if you know anything about Christopher Reeve, you know how the story goes, right? Would you guys like me to tell you a little bit?
He falls off a horse?
Yeah, so the movie starts off with the accident.
Okay.
And it kind of just goes into, like, it's a lot of home video footage, which is cool to see. I love when, like, documentaries about basically stars, they've been taking home videos for decades. Anyway, so it's just he and his family, whatever. They don't actually show the accident, but they talk about it. They show the news reports. And then it jumps into, because it's really sad, obviously. It's a very sad story. But then it jumps back to his early days of acting, his days of going to Juilliard and theater and doing theater, and then getting the Superman role. And then it jumps back to his treatment and potential recovery and how his wife deals with it. So it keeps going back and forth between mostly his days as Superman, mm-hmm. and then the accident and the treatment after. And so you're getting kind of like this roller coaster of hope, excitement, because I mean, Superman 1 and 2 are just those kind of movies for us, right? Well, yeah. They really were the movies that made you believe a man could fly.
They're seminal.
Totally. And then you kind of see his hope. And granted, being part of this accident, you see him at his depths, and you hear these reports, and there are a lot of interviews from his kids who are now all grown up, talking about their dad, and kind of the despair that he felt. But then, because his wife loved him so much, Dana Reeve, who's a freaking hero, kept him supported. And it's a really beautiful love story that, as we know, like, there's an ending to the love story, and then there's an ending to his story. But it's such I don't know, it was a very, like, sweet, sad, inspiring documentary. It wasn't perfect. Like, it still is, it still is a little detached because you're just hearing from his kids. But there's a lot of great moments. Yeah. And I don't really know what I was looking for. I think I maybe compared a little too much to Michael J. Fox's documentary from last year called Still.
Which was incredible.
Still is incredible, but also you're getting an interview with Michael J. Fox, mm-hmm. right? And I think the way that was filmed and edited was a little bit more clever than this. That said, if you're looking for a tearjerker, this one I think was bought and will probably premiere in a couple weeks. Couple months.
Bought by Discovery HBO.
Okay. So, I don't love that Warner Brothers has anything to do with it. Yeah. I mean, because they're the ones that used his likeness in The Flash without getting permission from his family. I feel like they like to cash in on it. I will say, though, and Spencer, this is more for the geek in you and I, there are moments where, and it's CG, but they have basically a granite statue of Christopher Reeve, and he's kind of in a Superman pose, and his arm is outstretched, and he's floating in space. And while it kind of talks about, what's happened to his body, you can see kryptonite erupt at parts of his body, and in ways where he's being affected, and you're like, oh my gosh. But then when it talks about the hope, that kryptonite kind of crumbles away, and then you see him like glisten in the sun. And I'm like, as a Superman fan, that was like beautiful to me. So there are beautiful moments here. It is mostly sad, obviously, mm-hmm. but then inspiring as well.
Well, I can't wait to see it.
Yeah, you will need to see it. I do give it probably a B. Like, it's like, because when I see Sundance movies, I try to not have goggles. I don't go like, that's the best thing at the festival. I go, will this last for me till the end of the year? Like, will I think about this till the end of the year? Maybe, maybe not. But this one was impressive. So, yeah, Rick, Taylor, I'm curious to know what you guys thought. Spencer, you should definitely see this.
I definitely will.
Did I long-winded enough? Are we good? Yeah.
Nope, you're good. I do have some Sundance news that I wanted to get your insight on, Kent.
Yeah.
Because there was a bit of a kerfuffle with Sundance overbooking the showings. Did
Yeah.
you hear about this?
I did. Thankfully, didn't experience it.
Well,
so you go to these screenings. Oh, go ahead.
Well, that's because you're a pass holder, right?
Yeah.
So the way that Sundance works is you can buy a pass for whatever package you get, $225 all the way up to like $4,000. And that gives you entrance into the different movies that are there, right? But
Yeah,
then Sundance,
kind of early access.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then Sundance also sells tickets to all of those showings as well. And you're encouraged to show up early. And then if there's any spaces open, not filled by the pass holders, then you can go in and see your movies, right?
Mm-hmm. I don't know exactly what happened because it's like a lot of people were talking about it in lines. And it's kind of funny when you're standing in line for an hour. It's great people watching, and you hear a lot of gossip, essentially. And this is what I heard, is that these people that were paying, like, for example, Josh, imagine you pay $30 for a movie ticket.
Which is what it costs.
And which is what it costs. And you don't know the quality of this movie. You're guessing, okay? You've read a blurb, you've maybe seen a still image, and that's it. Then you go at least an hour early before the movie starts, and you get in line, and they say, oh, are you a Salt Lake pass holder, or do you just have a ticket? And you're like, I just have a ticket. Okay, get in this line over here. And this is what happened to these people. They filled, with the screenings up with pass holders, and then some ticket holders. And generally, in years previous, they've always been fine to the point where people who are in the wait list can then get in and fill up the extra seats because everyone's been taken care of. But they overdid it on the tickets. They oversold the tickets. Oh, so that I'm talking. 20 to 40, sometimes 20 to 40 people not per screening, but at some of the bigger screenings were sent away. And yes, are they giving their money back? Totally.
Nope.
But just imagine you spent $30. Wait, did they not give the money back? They did, Spencer.
That is what the issue is about, is that they're non-refundable. You get what is called let me see. You get a Sun
they're
ticket
overbooked.
Or a Sun voucher. Yeah, you get a Sun voucher, which is good to go to another screening of that movie. So these tickets are non-refundable, and there was people that had flown in for 1 day or 2 days to see specific movies.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
And they got bumped and given these Sun vouchers not to see any movie at Sundance. It's the next screening or another screening of that specific movie.
That is a disaster. That's worse than I anticipated, actually.
Yeah.
Because I also want you to imagine you're going an hour to an hour and a half early. If you're seeing a movie in Park City the first weekend and it's overbooked, you just paid $60 for parking too. And you may only be there for 2 days. So are you going to be able to use your next screening? Probably not.
A lot of these people were not able to use their next screening.
Wow.
Oh, jeez.
So
that's horrible.
There was one person that KSL interviewed. He flew in from West Virginia, I think it was. I'll have to double check. But he flew in from out of town. He was only there for the weekend. He didn't get to see any movies. So he bought a plane ticket, hotel, Uber, or something to get in and around Park City. His tickets to Freaky Tales and Eno, whatever those are.
Okay.
And he didn't get to see any movies.
What a nightmare. Oh, that's horrible.
Oh, and they're not good
Way to
for
go,
online
Sundance.
screenings either. So your vouchers just...
See, that's the thing. If and they didn't have every movie available for the online screenings, but they had some of the bigger ones, which is where I saw half of my movies. They should easily just be like, hey, we're going to give you a day free of online movies, right? Just to make up for this.
Just give them their money back.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, 100%. Just give the money back.
Like,
man, I need to go read comments now. This will actually be pretty fun.
KSL comments are the best.
No, they are not. They're the worst.
Well,
but I'll go to Reddit.
That's what I meant.
I'll go to Reddit, the place of sense.
Oh, yeah, that makes so much sense.
I know, right?
Okay, we have one more phone call here, so let's take that.
Hey guys, as soon as I hung up, I just realized I guess there was something sportsy I wanted to talk to Josh and Spencer about. The one day that I choose not to watch football because I'm taking a nap. A really good game with the 49ers and the Lions happens, and the Chiefs and the Ravens. Two really close games, it looks like. I really thought that the Lions were going to run away with that game. yeah, so I just wanted to hear you guys' thoughts on that. And yeah, I guess this is the first for me, calling in twice in one day. This is probably going to be like the most watched Super Bowl in history because, of all the Swifties that are going to watch just so they can catch a glimpse of T-Swift. But yeah, anyway, just want to get your thoughts on that. You guys are awesome, and I'll text you back. Thanks, bye.
Okay, is it possible, is it too late that we can just get rid of Usher and just have Taylor do the halftime show?
That would have been perfect.
Because
They could not afford her.
that would be the best halftime show ever.
Yes.
Oh, the NFL would love it. They can't afford her.
No, if they're going to go all in on this marketing campaign of Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift, they need to have her perform at the Super Bowl when he proposes at halftime.
Yes.
They can break up 6 months later.
Oh, that's so cheesy.
Either at halftime or at the end of the game after he catches the winning touchdown to win the Super Bowl. It's going to happen. It's got to happen. It's perfect.
Hey, Josh, is that a ring in your jock strap, or are you just happy to see me?
Oh boy, I think that's the most we've ever talked about sports in a few months.
That's all we're allowing. That's all we're talking about with the Super Bowl.
Honestly, I really don't have much of an opinion. I mean, it's the same two teams that played 3 years ago.
I know, but what do Utah fans do? Because we have the Niners, who everyone loved in the 90s, and we have the Chiefs, who everyone loved 3 years ago.
Yeah.
It's who do Utah fans support now?
I mean, honestly, I just go to my fail-proof method, and that's who has the better cuisine. So it's Kansas City barbecue or San Francisco sourdough.
Rice-A-Roni,
right? And San Francisco wins. I'm sorry, but I'm not a huge fan of Kansas City barbecue.
Wait, are you joking right now?
No.
Sourdough over barbecue?
Yeah, and Rice-A-Roni.
Spencer, cut him off.
No, I kind of agree there. I love sourdough. Give me a nice pastrami on sourdough.
Mm-hmm.
Not as good as pastrami on rye, but or sourdough bread bowl.
Who are you guys? No, this is a food episode. That's what this is. No football, some movies, just food.
And lots of talk about Cheese Whiz.
Sourdough is great, but yeah, no, Kansas City barbecue over sourdough any day. I will say I am rooting for the Kansas City Chiefs, and the reason I'm doing it is because Andy Reid has been, he's been to 7 Super Bowls as an assistant and as a coach. But Andy Reid has 5 more years left. He has 2 Super Bowl rings as a coach. He has time to get within the stratosphere of Bill Belichick, and we can stop talking about him and the Patriots. I'd rather talk about Andy Reid, who constantly looks like that really happy dude that says, "Ooh, another donut. Don't mind if I do."
Josh, you know who Bill Belichick is?
I know who he is. I'm just trying to process this rant right now, and I'm like, you know what? I'll allow it.
That's so kind of you. So before Spencer leaves, you're going to allow a little rant from him. That's so kind.
Think of it as my gift to you on celebrating your upcoming son.
Thank you.
I don't know. Maybe that's about it. Maybe we'll just end the episode here because I feel like the only thing that we have more to talk about is just more football. And let's be honest,
we can do more tangents if you want.
I think
I can always do more.
I think
tangents.
this is a great place to stop. So let's
okay. We'll stop here, but real quick before we go, Josh, I'm not going to be here next week. Okay.
What?
See. Bye.
What? You've just listened to The Other Show with Kent Dunn, Josh Hansen, and Spencer Myers. The Other Show is produced by Kent Dunn, Josh Hansen, and Spencer Myers. Show design and auto editing is done by me, Josh Hansen, and sales manager is Spencer Myers. The Other Show is generously supported by our friends on Patreon. A huge thank you to our friends with benefits. These friends are contributing $25 a month, which in return comes with some rather significant benefits. So we'd like to give a huge thank you to KP Brown, our favorite Brit, Jonathan Vaskar, the lovely and talented Mrs. Robinson, Brandon from Popfly Cards, the one, the only Chris Anderson, Lady Terry A. Finley, proud Disney mom Tanya Budge, Dave Kelly, and Rick Smith and Taylor Myers from the Spirit of 38 podcast. To support The Other Show on Patreon, visit patreon.com/The Other Show. Contributors on Patreon can get both weekly and monthly bonus episodes, including exclusive swag and other fun perks. Again, visit patreon.com/The Other Show. Please rate, review, and subscribe to The Other Show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, YouTube, or wherever podcasts are found. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and X. To better connect with us and other fans of The Other Show, join us on Facebook at our Facebook group, The Other Group. For past episodes, links to our other shows, and to shop for show swag, visit www.theother.show. And remember, when you're not listening to me here, you can hear me on my other show, The Party in the Back.
You can hear me on my other show, Bacon Cell.
I'm going to be giving Howie his first Wiener Palooza. It's called circumcision.